channels.
Matt here, Home Farm Ideas, and I don't even know if I'll ever put this on YouTube, but I thought I'd make a video of it anyways. I'm doing oyster mushrooms, and I had a hard time getting the coffee grounds heated up to the temperature I needed, and I hung it up in a bag, and I used hot water in the bag, and it was about 75 pounds of coffee that was in this big, huge bag, really heavy-duty bag, but it was really messy. And so I thought to get this going a little better, making it easier for me to heat up the coffee grounds. I have this bucket here, and those are pieces to the spigot that I'm going to connect to this. And so basically I'm going to drill a hole here, and then I'm going to connect this spigot here. This spigot does hot water and cold water. I'm going to connect that here, and then basically what I'm going to do is once it goes inside, once this piece goes inside, on the inside, it's sticking through, and I put the nut on and everything, I'm going to put some screening over this to block any of the grounds from going through. So that's the plan, at least. And then basically I'll be able to put all the coffee grounds in here that I need for my oyster mushrooms to grow. I'll probably fill it to about right here with coffee grounds, maybe here. And basically fill it up, pour 2 panfuls of boiling hot water in here, and then put the lid on it and allow it to cook for a little while. Check the internal temperature with like a meat thermometer. And then once it's all done cooking, I'm going to just basically drain off the coffee into another bucket for my compost. I want to pour all that on my compost, like the coffee, onto my compost bin. And so anyway, I thought I'd make a video of how to cook more coffee grounds. And basically, once I cook the coffee grounds and I drain it, this is all set up. The coffee grounds will be moist, which you need moisture in the coffee grounds to grow the mycelium, which will grow the mushrooms. And so I have a little starter culture over here that I basically just start the mycelium, and then I take pieces of it and I put it on top here, and just basically grow mushrooms right off the top of this. That's why you need a little bit of room in here for the mushrooms to grow up. That way they don't hit the bucket top. But you can keep the top on, not tight, but just sitting on top to where it'll retain the moisture. And you'll have mushrooms in no time. So I figured I'll have this one, and I have another one over there sitting in the dark with mushrooms starting to grow. Not pinning yet, but the mycelium's starting to spread. So I'll have that bucket, this one, and then maybe one more, depending on how much mushrooms these produce. I've never done this before. So anyways, thought I'd add this to the mushroom growing playlist. Alright, well, I didn't have not a sawzall, dang it. What are those things called? Anyway, they drill holes. I didn't have a thing to drill a hole, so I had to use the biggest drill bit I had. And then I had to kind of, cake around it, and then use a file it down. But I got it done. The only thing is it's too low. But I'll have to live with it. So basically that's the inside of it there, right? And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put like this mesh around it to try to make sure that not too much coffee grounds go through it. So let's do that. And it's all built. I poured some boiling hot water in there. Not a lot, but it's hot, believe me. Oh, you can probably see the steam coming off of it. Oh, well, it's hard to see. But anyway, it's hot. See, I put a little nylon thing around the spigot there, and I used a little cheap twisty tie. And seems to work okay. The more water in there, the more pressure you're going to get. But yeah, cook the coffee in it, and then once you're done, just let it turn into mushrooms in the same bucket. When the mushrooms are all spent, pour it out, put more in there, clean it, and by pouring 2 big panfuls of hot water in there, and then drain it, and then plant your mycelium in the top again, and keep going. Just to check and see if this bucket can hold hot water, which it can, but I've had the water sitting down in there for probably about 20 minutes now, trying to figure out how to turn this meat thermometer back on. It wasn't syncing wirelessly. But anyways, the temperature is already hot enough in there after the water's sitting in there for 20 minutes. So that'll cook the coffee and sterilize it. And then once you're done sterilizing it, you can drain off all the excess liquid, and you'll be ready to plant mycelium on any coffee grounds that you may cook in this bucket. Alright, so anyway, God bless, have a good night, or a good day, whenever you're watching this video. Peace.